Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Errol Spence Jr. says he wants smoke with Danny Garcia Shawn Porter winner if they fight. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing if you want to become part of the gang. Notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, yesterday was announced officially, we knew it was coming, Errol Spence Jr. will be fighting Carlos Ocampo, who's his mandatory with the IBF, the highest ranking guy, and he's having a hometown feel-good fight, right? Well, it's a mandatory too, but it's his hometown fight. Ocampo is not a huge name, so Errol Spence should be the favorite there. But I'm good with it. He's fighting in June 16th, I believe. It's at where the Dallas Cowboys, their new practice stadium, Frisco at the Star. Showtime. I'm looking forward to it. Errol Spence posted this tweet. I'm fighting my mandatory, all caps, opponent ordered by the IBF. Hopefully me and the winner of Showtime and Danny Garcia can unify right after. Y'all just want everything now. LOL. So he says he wants that work with the winner of Showtime, Shawn Porter and Danny Swift Garcia. Shawn Porter, he called out Danny Garcia and did an Angel Garcia parody. That's on the channel. Make sure you guys check it out. It was from yesterday, so you can check that video out. Fight's not official, but Keith Thurman vacated his WBC belt, and that should usher in Garcia Porter. There was a point in time I didn't really see the Garcias talk too much about Shawn Porter, but now it sounds like they're starting to be on board with it. That's a great fight. And let's talk about Errol Spence. One of the worst things about the boxing game with the fans is a lot of the fans, they know when what they're saying is bullshit. The bottom line is, you know what's going on. If you follow boxing like me, and I know a lot of you guys, I see your usernames in the comment section. So that's the worst thing, is when fans try to play dumb. And you know it looks pretty difficult for Errol Spence to get a big name fight. Yes, there's some guys that say they want to fight him, like Mikey Garcia and Amir Khan, but have they made any mention or motion? They have the same manager, Al Heyman, same advisor. Has Mikey Garcia done anything to get that fight? You know what I mean? Because he vacated his 140 belt and said he's moving to lightweight. So that's the opposite direction of where Errol Spence is. So to me, that stipulates that he wants to do more work at lightweight, which is fine. I like Mikey. But you can't be serious about fighting Errol Spence anytime soon if you're moving in the opposite direction. Now, Amir Khan also said, oh, I do great with southpaws. That's a great fight for me. I caught up with Errol Spence at the Broner Vargas card, and he said free smoke. So he said he's with it. But again, Amir Khan beat Phil LaGreco, and that's who he fought, coming off a long layoff. He didn't get that many rounds. You know what I mean? It was a 40-second finish. So there weren't really any rounds that he got. So we don't know. I doubt he would take, or his managers or handler or his dad or whoever's in charge of his career, aside from Al Heyman, I doubt they would put him in with Errol Spence, because you took a 2.5-year plus layoff, dealt with injuries and surgeries, and you were badly knocked out by Canelo. Then you come back and beat a guy that Errol Spence already beat in Phil LaGreco, and you stop him in 40 seconds. So to me, it wouldn't really be wise for Khan career-wise to fight a guy with the momentum and activity of Errol Spence Jr. and the strength of Errol Spence Jr. when in the last 2.5 years, Amir Khan has been in the ring for 40 seconds, 38 seconds, or whatever, 39 seconds. So I don't see that being likely. So on top of this being a mandatory from the IBF, Errol Spence can't control the IBF rankings, who they say is #1. You know what I mean? If they said Shawn Porter was #1, then I'm sure Errol Spence would fight him. He's telling you to fight Shawn Porter now, or the winner of Danny Garcia. You get what I'm saying? So that's the IBF rankings. If someone doesn't want to see the Carlos Ocampo fight, then don't watch it. But you can't blame Errol Spence, because this is who the IBF has mandated. You know what I mean? But people try to play dumb and, why is Errol Spence fighting this? Well, when's Keith Thurman coming back? Because he was trying to fight him and he vacated his belt, and he's been injured, right? And then he came back off of an injury, and then he got injured again. He's getting in car accidents, and you know what I mean? He's had a lot of things happen in the last couple of years. So it leads people to believe that Keith Thurman, maybe he's not as hungry, right? Jesse Vargas is pushing for a Broner rematch. So, and Broner and them, they just fought at a catchweight. So this, I'm fine by this fight because one, it satisfies a mandatory, and you know, ultimately Errol Spence is trying to fight the big names. But I'm happy that he's active. I think that's important. And at the end of the day, until he can get the big names, start handling the Lamont Petersons and mandatories and stuff like that. And then when those options present themselves, then be ready for those, period. But I like Errol Spence fighting frequently. I think it's good. It's good for his profile. It's good because when he fought Kell Brook, he had a little bit of difficulty early, but he was coming off a 9-month layoff. Now he's not going to have to worry about that because he just fought in January. He's fighting again in June, and hopefully he can get one more in by the end of the year. So that's the latest. You guys see the tweet. Errol Spence says he's fighting his mandatory, but after that he would love to face Shawn Porter, Danny Garcia, which Shawn Porter, Danny Garcia is a very good fight. And I'm glad Keith Thurman vacated if he is not able to compete. Because if he's not able to compete, then he's kind of holding the belts hostages. So let Shawn Porter and Garcia fight, great fight, and let Errol Spence get the winner. And he's putting his bid in. He's telling you, after I get done with my mandatory, we can make that straight away. So I like the attitude from Errol Spence. Shout out to DeSoto, Texas. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.